Hello, everyone. It's Steve with Aptera Club. I found a little bit more of PI2 porn on Jason Hill's X page. So this is Jason Hill's X account. It's 11JSON Jason. And so he has two videos on here that I think we can watch together. They're basically kind of I think the full length video that the excerpts in the September update were taken from. I'm not really sure what we're looking at here. So you see the bink, the carbon fiber, and you see the inside. So this is some interior surface. I don't know if we're looking at it vertically or if this is the pan that we're looking at horizontally. Yeah, not really sure. Is this the front end? I'm not sure. What do you guys think this is? This looks like the door. Yeah. I think this is like the door area. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the door, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, let's look at the other thing that they have. Okay, this is it. See, that's a lot of metal. Look at it again. So this is a gas strut. That's obviously the door. Wait, no, this is the hatch. This is the hatch. And it cuts to this other thing. Okay, no, that's carbon fiber. That's not metal. That's definitely the latch of the door. I think this is the tail. Okay, this is the charge port right here, because you can see the hatch here, and this is the charge port. And the license plate. There's a latch mechanism for the door. Okay, so if we compare that to what we saw in the update, let's go here. Yeah, right about here.
Driving on the road. Here in Carl, not only do these bodies include the carbon fiber and fiberglass that you're used to seeing from PI1, but they also include all of the metallic mounting points and safety reinforcements, which will come with your production vehicle. These include the roll cage and the reinforced doors, which keep occupants safe.
So maybe those weren't the doors, because the doors have this reinforced thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
I can't emphasize how incredible it is to see these vehicle bodies come together, paired with the doors and the rear hatch and even the front service trunk. Everything you see in this body structure is past the prototyping stage.
The front.
And is composed of real parts from our high-volume tools. We can stamp out these parts in about 5 minutes each, which will let us meet the demand of our nearly 50,000 pre-order holders. The journey has been one of continuous improvement.
Okay, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was this configurator that they saw.
That will highlight the production vehicle design while matching the same aesthetic as our in-vehicle infotainment.
Okay, right here, if you look at this, there's a gap. There's a pretty large opening into the body here in this configurator, which is different than what you see here on the current configurator. So here's the current configurator, and it looks like they've covered that up. I don't know if this is just a rendering thing or if this is what the actual launch edition is going to look like with this open. If it is open, my guess is they must have found out in aerodynamic testing that's not that consequential to have that covered as well. And maybe it's more difficult because now they have a drive shaft coming through there, so there's 3 things coming out instead of 2 things coming out. But it used to be covered like this, but now it's more like this. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see until we see PI4. PI4 is the one we're really waiting for. PI4 is, maybe remember, the pretty one, the one with all the external surfaces, and the one that's going to look like the first actual full production vehicle.
With each passing month, the Aptera team and I remain more committed than ever.
This is a cute thing. You can see this is their current design for the pet kit. There's some collapsible little staircase for your dog to get up into the hatch. Kind of cute.
To realizing our vision of a world where...
And here's the newest render of their camping kit. Looks very similar to the render that we saw several months ago. And again, I hope that this is not their final design, because if you look at this, this is totally not waterproof. There's mesh here. There's no covering. If there's a covering from the inside, that's going to cause a lot of ingress of water into the area. That's not going to work. And I don't know if the top is a mesh again, like it was in the very first physical iteration of it, but that's absolutely not going to work. It has to be like some kind of clear finish to let the solar work, but remains waterproof. So cool looking tent, but this thing is not waterproof as it is in this render. So we'll have to see what if this is just a prelim render or if this is what they're thinking they're going to deliver as the tent.
Every journey is powered by the sun.
And then we don't know what the off-road kit's going to be yet. That's still up in the air. So we know the pet kit, they kind of have an idea of this like collapsible stairs. Here's their current idea of the tent. I mean, these are things we don't really need to worry about. They're minor factors. And I think if someone really wanted a tent, they could sew themselves a tent pretty well, a serviceable tent pretty well. But I still have hope. Last time I talked to Jason, which was now several months ago, he made it sound like they were talking to people that knew about tents and that this was well in hand. And like I said, whenever I have some concerns or we have some concerns, they are already 2-3 steps ahead of us. So I think that this render is just something that they're working on, but they have something better, something that's serviceable, something that is actually waterproof. Unless you want to make it, you can just make it like a tent for, non-rainy areas, like how it is in California 95% of the time. And that's fine, as long as that's what people are interested in. Okay. All right. So that's currently what we have on the renders. I mean, there is a lot of cool footage of the bodies being put together. We just have to wait and see when we see the fully working prototype. And then really we want to see PI4. And at this rate, I think it's going to be a stretch to see it by the end of the year. But we'll see. I'm hopeful that they can move faster after they get the first one put together. After they get the first one put together, I think the unknown unknowns become much less, and things can accelerate from there.